Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys.
My name is Jen Gandrup.
And I'm Dan Park.
And we wrote the book for Medium. We'd also like to introduce Young, our composer, and Aimee, our lyricist, who we really couldn't have done this without. And we also like to say a big, big thank you to Charlie McCary, who directed for us, who, again, killed it. So let's give a little synopsis, shall we? Medium focuses on the story of Daphne, a cynical college dropout who has no direction in life. Her only source of comfort is her mischievous Aunt Edna.
When she passes away, all seems lost for Daphne until she discovers that she can see ghosts, including Edna. Daphne is conflicted about this new development. It's great that she can see her aunt, but not so great that she can see all the other ghosts. And that is where we join Edna's stories tonight.
Enjoy, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Exterior, apartment courtyard, dusk. The courtyard is unkempt. Edna sits on a cement bench. Edna waves her hand in and out of the bench, contemplative. Daphne sets the candle at Edna's feet and lights it.
Okay, there's your candle.
All right, go ahead and try it.
What?
Say yes to seance and glowing preparations in the air. Say yes to seance. They're waiting for a medium to care.
I'm not doing this.
I've never seen anything like what you did at the graveyard.
It was an accident.
I can teach you to control it. It's a blessing bringing spirits best into modern day. The psychic way, say their final word, let them know they're heard.
Rather they go away.
Ooh, I know a way to make you agree.
What?
Edna inhabits Daphne's body and controls her voice to sing along. Daphne maintains some control over her expression.
Say yes to seance. Embrace the ghoulish tactics left to learn. Say yes to seance. They're waiting so don't let them settle in the urn.
Edna leaves Daphne's body.
See? That wasn't so bad.
Oh, don't ever do that to me again.
Then try calling someone.
Daphne
Fine.
lights the candle again.
Fine. Hello? Is anyone out there? I'm just trying to practice, if you're there.
A gust of wind blows. The candle flickers.
There.
Daphne opens her eyes. A ghost librarian with a tight bun and glasses to match stands in front of her. She smirks.
Boo.
Edna claps her hands. The candle goes out. Daphne fumbles to light it again. When the wick catches, the ghost is gone.
I did it.
Couldn't get her to stay though, could you?
Well, I did it without calling on the legions of the undead, didn't I?
Edna stands and starts drifting toward the stairwell. Interior, apartment hallway, night.
Not good enough. There are other ways, we'll just have to try. But it isn't like those quakes you see on TLC. Such blasphemy.
Edna waves her hands around her head in a mocking gesture. Daphne does the same to a pretend crystal ball.
There was tragedy, and it's clear to me that her name begins with B, or J, or K.
Oh, what a joke. They think their spirit speaks using smoke. They're like lawyers chasing car wrecks, awaiting people's loved ones to croak.
Come on in, Edna. I mean, even you have to admit that the psychic stuff is so tacky. It's all phony crystal balls, creepy voodoo dolls, and astrology crap.
Exactly. That's why we are saying Yes, to seance. I'll teach you how to use a skill. Don't show resistance. That can give you such a thrill. Just think of all the essences you'd lay to rest. They do rest, my dear. They were from here, now let them rise and be blessed.
This seems pretentious.
All it takes is minor training and a drive.
So we clean their messes.
Oh no, we fix unfinished business from their lives.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to say, oh, maybe try. Okay, I'll try.
Perfect! Come with me, you're ready now.
Edna motions to Daphne to get in the car and drive.
With some perseverance
And some interference, they can rest in peace. Let their soul release, make it effortless. Say yes!
Interior convention tent day continuous. Booths line the center aisle. Generic psychic hangings and posters are everywhere. A few apparitions float around the ceiling. All American gypsies.
What did I agree to exactly?
Daphne fumbles with her purse and pulls out a pamphlet. 40th Annual Tri-State Paranormal Fair.
Seriously? 40 years? Will anyone be able to see you?
Some are the real deal, some aren't. So let's just be careful.
Easier said than done.
Psychics stand on boxes as they perform their marvels.
Allow me to tell you of your future, madame. I sense a presence following you.
Daphne stops dead in her tracks. Edna rolls her eyes.
You do?
Oh, yes, it has something to do with the letter K or a C with a masculine aura.
Right.
Daphne crosses her arms. She turns on her heel and walks away with Edna. Interior, Jonah's booth, day. Jonah, 25, rolls a clear crystal over in his hand with a nervous energy. He has dark features and a brooding brow.
There's no more time. No more. I'll do what you want. Just let me do it in my way.
Jonah shakes his head, dizzy. Interior, convention tent, day. Edna stops and gasps. She spins in the air as she searches.
What? Something give you the heebie-jeebies?
I'm going to investigate. Go be inconspicuous.
Oh, I'll go buy a poncho.
Edna holds a finger to her lips and disappears.
Great.
The crowd thickens. Someone pushes Daphne into interior, outside Jonah's tent, continuous. Daphne backs into the table in front of Jonah's booth. Jonah reaches out a steadying hand.
Easy there.
Daphne turns around. She shies away from his help.
First timer, huh?
Daphne offers a smile and turns to go.
Why go? You're already here.
I can't. I'm looking for someone.
I can help. I'm what you call clairvoyant. I can find anything anywhere, even the supernatural. I'll even knock off a few bucks for you too. Why charge for fate?
No, I think I can handle it.
You never wonder about the unknown?
All the time.
Jonah puts an arm around Daphne and draws her back in.
Well, come on in then.
Daphne ducks away and out from under his arm.
Maybe another time. I'm kind of out of a job right now, so I'm short of change.
Okay. Whatever you say, Daphne.
Jonah disappears behind the curtain.
How did you
Daphne pulls back the curtain, but he is gone.
know my name? Hello?
She frowns, but continues on her way. Jonah hides behind a curtain. Something dark passes over his features. He rolls his neck, suddenly looking much more intimidating. This mysterious new personality is Pen.
I think it's my turn now.
Interior convention tent, day. Daphne walks quickly away from Jonah's tent. Behind the row of tents, Jonah follows her step for step. Pen glints his crystal, the light reflecting off Daphne's face. She holds up her hand to block the glare.
Real subtle, Auntie.
Daphne ducks between two tents and two. Interior, booth alley, day, continuous. Daphne frowns. There's no one there. She turns to look behind her and is surprised by Pen in Jonah's body.
You scared me.
Did I?
He saunters toward her like a hungry predator.
Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You know, lots of shady characters around here.
Very.
I should go.
Daphne turns and begins to power walk back to the front of the tent. He clamps down onto her shoulder.
You've just lost someone. It was painful, wasn't it? Let me help.
You can let go of me now.
I can help take the pain.
Jonah's body jerks violently.
You can't control me like this! You won't feel a thing.
Daphne tries to escape Jonah's grip, but he swiftly turns her around. Pen has taken control again. A wind picks up. Daphne raises her hands in defense. He looks around, impressed.
Let go.
Well, this is interesting.
He places his other hand on her other shoulder.
I said let go.
Oh, a challenge.
He squeezes her shoulders as he looks into her eyes.
Stop it.
Daphne cannot look away. She struggles but cannot move. A red glow spreads down his arms.
Let me have your pain.
Daphne panics, and she screams. A strong wind exudes from Daphne, blowing Jonah away and onto his back. A living shadow slips away from underneath him. The wind expands in a radius, damaging the surrounding area. People further out from the epicenter look around, confused. Daphne stands in the center of it all. She surveys the destruction around her, terrified. Edna floats down next to Daphne.
What are you doing?
I'll explain in the car.
Interior, convention tent, day. In the midst of the chaos at the convention, the living shadow materializes into a dapper gentleman, Pen's true form. A few yards away, Pen spies a woman's crushed body. The woman's ghost hovers nearby. Pen approaches. A bright red light surrounds Pen as he absorbs the ghost. Jonah, several yards away, struggles to rise.
Wait!
Pen rolls his eyes and turns back to Jonah.
Don't leave.
Jonah, dear. I found someone else. You know how it goes. I hope we can still be friends.
Pen disintegrates into a shadowy mass. Panicked, Jonah puts the crystal to his eye. Jonah's point of view. Edna, her image refracted in the crystal, sits in the passenger seat as Daphne drives. Interior, Daphne's car, day. Daphne drives, hands too tight on the steering wheel.
Stop gripping the wheel so hard.
Some guy tried to take control of me. He was trying to get me to pay for a reading, but then later he was different, as if someone was...
Possessing him.
Edna looks deep in thought.
Like what you did?
No, not quiet.
Edna pats Daphne's hand.
I am damn proud of you, though. You got more power in you than I've ever seen. You could really help people, Daphne.
Help people? That thing almost killed me.
And with a little more work, you could put an end to him. This could be your calling.
This isn't my calling. I don't want to be like you.
Daphne angrily climbs out of the car. Nearby, Jonah pulls up on a motorcycle, hidden by his helmet. Interior, Daphne's apartment, night. Daphne goes straight to the couch. Edna floats around the apartment, inspecting.
You always told me that you wanted to do something with your life. Well, now you can.
Excuse me, but I was hoping for something that wouldn't either get me killed or put into an asylum.
Frantic knocking. Daphne grunts and rips the door open. Jonah stands in the doorway and offers a small wave. Daphne slams her body into the door, closing it. She chains the door closed. Edna and Daphne stare at each other.
Daphne, I didn't mean to scare you, but,
Aunt Edna, what if I can't?
Edna huffs and blows past Daphne and through the door. Interior, apartment hallway, continuous. Edna glares down at Jonah as he shuffles his feet.
Hi, Miss Edna.
You are a soul sucker, is what you are. You'll be off now. Have a nice day.
Edna floats back through the door. Jonah panics.
I'm not the one you should be worried about. He's already headed for you.
Oh, yeah, and who would that be?
Exterior, city street, day. The shadow of Penn slips through the crowds. It rounds a corner and morphs into his true form.
What a show, now at last, it's time to grow. What's best is no one ever knows it.
Penn passes by a deranged-looking homeless man.
Hey man, you got any change?
So gifted, and yet, here you are.
The homeless man grabs at Penn's arm, but his hand slips right through. He stares at Penn in horror.
Careful. Hush, hush, no need to be afraid.
The homeless man cowers behind a dumpster.
Hush, hush, don't make a barricade.
Penn slinks behind the man.
Boo.
The homeless man runs off. Smiling, Penn shifts back into his shadow and slinks up the side of a building. Interior, bathroom, night. A grieving woman slowly brushes her hair. Her face is stained with tears. A ghostly man hovers behind her.
Please, and I need you to hear me.
Penn, in shadow form, comes up behind the ghostly man. He materializes into his regular form. The ghostly man notices.
What the hell?
Hush, hush, compadre, what's your rush? Keep cool, I'm just a fellow ghoul, my friend. Come near me, over here, don't be leery.
Penn grabs the ghostly man and absorbs him into himself. With an ecstatic grin, he slowly takes on the form of the ghostly man. He becomes visible in the mirror to the grieving woman.
Terry!
My love, been waiting forever to connect with a woman. I've missed you, and you're looking as lovely as the day we were married. Till death, I guaranteed.
The woman rushes to embrace him, but as she approaches, Penn passes through her body. A red light envelops her. Suddenly, very pale, she collapses, unconscious.
Delicious.
Going back to his original appearance, Penn takes his leave. Interior, exterior, Daphne's apartment, night.
Oh, and I'm Bachelorette number 1?
No, you're someone with certain powers. And bonus, I want to get rid of him too.
Jonah twists his arm around the door for a handshake. Daphne turns away from the door.
And thank you for saving me. You don't know how long.
Do I need to call the cops? I'm gonna call the cops.
Edna literally weighs the options with both hands. Exterior, graveyard, night. Penn spies a man standing by his mother's graveside. The mother's ghost comes out from underneath her own tombstone. Penn passes straight through the man, who doesn't seem to notice. The mother's ghost screams.
Get away from me!
Hush, hush, no need to throw a fit. Hush, hush, I'll help you out of that pit. Tell me, what would you say to your son? Hush, hush, the fun has just begun.
Penn absorbs her essence. He immediately materializes in the visage of the mother. The man jumps back.
Mom?
Hush, hush, my dearest darling boy, find joy, contain those tears as they gush. Hush, hush, I'll help you out of that pit. Hush, hush, your mama's here to stay.
But I don't understand. How, are you a ghost or something?
Or something.
The man approaches Penn. He reaches out a hand, and just as he's about to touch Pen, Pen dives into the man's body, a reddish glow enveloping them both. The man falls over the tombstone.
Scraping by until the time when Daphne is finally mine, oh mine, sating on the souls of fools with the uninspired everlasting whimpering and whining.
Interior, exterior, Daphne's apartment, night. Daphne rolls her eyes and goes to close the door. Jonah pushes back to keep it open. Edna, unbeknownst to either of them, pokes her head out the front wall.
Daphne, wait! I can protect you! I've dealt with Pen for 3 years already. I know how to stop him. You can't do this alone.
Exterior, main street, night. Pen approaches a typical suburban household. Interior, child's room, night. A ghostly child, 9, watches over his mother and father, who take down all of the colorful decorations in his room.
Mom, Dad, don't take everything away. Please.
Pen's shadow appears beside the ghostly child. His form materializes. He looks down upon the frightened little boy.
Child, I'm not the boogeyman. Trust me, ain't got a windowless van. Hush, hush, I'll take away your pain. I'll let you hear my plan.
Interior, exterior, Daphne's apartment, night. Pen looks in through the window.
A power like hers should never be squandered. A travesty. I've wandered with Jonah, but he wasn't so tasty. What a waste.
Pen bursts through the window as glass shatters everywhere. Jonah kicks down the door.
Jonah!
Pen swipes him away, not amused. Daphne is transfixed. Pen stalks towards Daphne.
Let's just make this quick. One deep breath is all it takes, and your pain will suddenly fade away. Take me in, my precious girl, and I'll give you back the confidence that's missing today.
Pen reaches Daphne. He lays his hands on her shoulders. The touch breaks her out of her stare. She yelps and jumps out of the way, hands up in defense. At the same time, Pen is blown out of a solid existence, back to a mere shadow.
That's two. Don't push it, sweetheart.